everybody. It's great to see you again. Tell us what your day's brought so far. It's been a very busy day for me. I've got a new job, so I've been working really hard trying to learn it, and I have an awful lot to learn, which is good as well. So tell me what you've been up to, where you've been, what you've been doing. You've been listening to music today. What have you been up to? Hi, Jonathan. Thank you for tuning in. So before we get started on tonight's show, I just want to touch base. We've got another show coming tomorrow night. We've got Benny Allen joining us as well, which will be great because he's got new music coming out. And then we've got a show next week, Monday. We've got 2 shows on Tuesday evening. We've got a show on Wednesday and a show on Thursday next week. So we are going to be coming to you flat out all for the next couple of weeks because we're trying to fit everybody in, and there's so many great releases coming. So keep your eye out on the page. I'm going to try and get a couple of them up tonight so that you can put the reminder on, and hopefully you won't be sick of us by the end of the week. Well, we might welcome Lucie into the room. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so fun.
It's lots of fun. I love this. I was saying just before we went live, look at your incredible background. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You look like you obviously not right in the city looking out your window. It looks pretty nice out there.
It's funny. I actually am. I'm in Darlinghurst, Sydney, which is right on the edge of the city, but we are very lucky. We have these lovely trees that are just outside our balcony, which makes it feel kind of almost a little bit country.
Yes, perfect. Now, Lucie, we haven't had you on the show before, so before we start talking about your single, tell us a little bit about you and music and what made you get into music and why the country path.
Yeah, sure. So I grew up doing so many long drives out in the Australian countryside. I went to boarding school for a couple of years in Armidale. And if anyone's ever done that drive before, it is 8 hours from Sydney to Armidale. And we got that down to about 6 with the shortcuts we had. So we used to listen to a lot of music on these trips. We would head up and back to school. And I also used to go out to the country for horse riding a lot as well. For a city girl, I spent a lot of time in the country. And we used to listen to the best music. It was lots of 1970s country rock, you know, the Allman Brothers, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Linda Ronstadt, Dolly Parton, all of that great stuff. And that's just how I got into music. My dad brought home a guitar when I was a kid and taught me the basics, and the rest is sort of history. I've been writing songs. I've been recording in Sydney. I've recorded in Nashville and in Muscle Shoals in Alabama, and I love it. It's music is everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Music is life, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Jonathan has actually just popped into the room and he said to say hi. So thank you for watching. There's a few people coming in. I can see Glenda and I can see Jules. So hi, guys. Thank you for joining.
Hey, guys.
I know that you have spent quite a bit of time in the US touring and all of that sort of thing. How have you found it different-wise to being here in Australia? Is it something that you can't compare the two? It's a totally different thing, or?
Definitely very different. And it's great, you know. I love the people over there in the States. They've got a different attitude to music, and you know they're kind of you know they're very big on, you know, sitting back and like listening. You know, when you play in a pub here, you know, you kind of get like everyone like having a good time the whole time. But over there, you know, they often like, you know, will stop and listen. And sometimes I used to think, you know, am I doing something wrong here? But then later they'd be like, that was amazing. So, you know, I love that. And I love all the little towns. I like to think of all the towns as, you know, kind of like being in an ice cream store and wanting to try all the flavors. I love little American towns.
Hell, I want to go and just to do all the different little music things because it sounds so fun. It sounds so different, but so much fun as well. Zena has just popped in and she said to say hi.
Zena's my mum.
Oh, say hi,
Hey, Mum.
She's in the same room. She's in the same house. No, watching from another room. Yeah. Now you've got just released your single on February 26th, so it's only just come out. Found My Heart, and tell us about writing Found My Heart and where it all started.
So it is all about, you know, being on the road in the States, every line in that song is something I've done, except, disclaimer, I have to say this, the very first line where I say I ran out on my gas bill in Nashville. I've never had a gas bill in Nashville, so I've never run out on one. It just rhymed real well at the time.
Yes, it does. It works.
Every other line in that song is all about things that I've done. You know, the catfish on the way to Memphis, that's a little restaurant in Mickey, Tennessee called Top of the River, where I had the riverboat special, which is, you guessed it, catfish, and it was great. So every line in that song, you know, means something to me personally. I wrote it all by myself. I always say I'm open to co-writes, but then I end up writing all my stuff all by myself. But you know, found my home. It is just, I found my home away from home while I was there. You know, and Australia will always be, you know, my first home, but Muscle Shoals in Alabama is coming a very, very close second right about now.
How lovely. I love to hear when people write a song, and obviously it's a song that's taken its time to write itself, because you've been over there touring and doing all those things to go to all those places. So it's finally come together. How long have you been sitting on this song?
It's so funny because I wrote this song the day I landed back in Australia. Literally landed that day after my US tour in late 2019. So I went over to the US in September, October 2019. And the day I came back, I was supposed to go into work that day, but I might have sent a message saying, I'm feeling very jet lagged, so I might stay home. And I ended up staying home, and I wrote that song. So you know, it's just been you know, sitting on the pile, ready and waiting to be released into the world.
The most productive sick day ever.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's so exciting, and it's such a lovely song. Have you had, I mean, I know it's early in the piece, but have you had a lot of response from people since releasing?
Yeah, people are loving it. People are, they're really getting into it, which is really cool. I never thought that people would be so into songs that, you know, would name check, you know, Memphis and Nashville and Florence, which is Florence, Alabama. And,
Yes.
you know, it's not, I'm not name checking, you know, Tenterfield or something.
Yes.
So I was a little worried that people wouldn't, you know, be able to kind of think about it, you know, as something that they might do. But everyone is loving it. I think it's maybe a bit of a, you know, post-COVID wish for travel, and they're sort of road tripping vicariously through the song.
I was actually going to say that. I actually was thinking when I was listening to it, you know, it's making you feel like you're out and about doing something, and we haven't gotten a plane, so it's been fantastic. It's a business way holiday. Now, tell us, what have you got planned? And I know that you can't give us definites because it's 2021 and we don't know what's happening, but what have you got planned for 2021?
So this year is going to be really exciting. I've got a bunch of singles that I'm going to be releasing. I'm so excited about these songs. You know, I used to think, you know, Gasoline, that EP that I did last year, you know, those songs were cool. You know, I had a lot of fun with those. But these songs, I'm just like, oh my God, I wish I could just release the whole thing now.
Yes.
For everyone, you know, and just share it with everyone. But you're going to have to wait. They're going to get released, you know, throughout the year, and then the album's going to come as well. And hopefully I'm going to be able to get on the road. I've been a bit wary of doing interstate gigs and organizing that just because of the borders. You know, I feel like every time I think maybe I should organize maybe like an East Coast tour, and the borders come shut again. So, so maybe
we've got to watch for a while. Yeah. I mean, if we can maybe try and get them in, it'd be great. But I guess we just have to be ready that it may not all happen, and we just have to sometimes
be flexible at the moment.
We've got to be flexible. It's something that we've got to be patient, and it's something that we're not normally good at. So I
know my dad likes to say this phrase where you know, there's a really well-known phrase which is life wasn't meant to be easy, and everyone always repeats that phrase. But that phrase actually has a second half to it, which is, but with patience, it can be beautiful.
Yep.
So, I always like to remind myself of, yes, life is kind of tough sometimes, but with patience, it can be pretty cool. It can be pretty awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's allowed you time to write. It's allowed you time to rest. So we've definitely got some positives because it means we've got music coming our way.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know you're sitting there with your guitar. Would you like to do a song for us tonight?
I would love to. I thought I might. I very rarely pull out this beautiful thing.
Oh,
yes.
beautiful.
This was a birthday present from my dad. He has a habit of buying me guitars, which I'm not going to talk him out of.
No.
But I thought I'd give it a play. I haven't played it in a while. This song I'll play is Gasoline. So this one I released last year. It is super fun. I did a music video with Jay Sini for this song, and we were lucky enough to have this huge muscle car to use.
How wonderful. Well, I will give you the room and everyone can enjoy.
Thank you. All right, this is Gasoline. Hey, Susan. Hey, everyone. Woke up this morning in this motel, it's getting me down. I praise the Lord that right now I'm checking out. Just gotta get this motor started so I can hear you call me darling again. Gotta get me some of that gasoline, 'cause I got them highway blues again. Well, I pack up my suitcase and I head for the road. Oh, I said a smile gets me a discount, guess better quit before I get old. Just gotta get this motor started so I can hear you call me darling again. Just gotta get me some of that gasoline, 'cause I got them highway blues again. Come on in my kitchen now. Oh, when I get home, yeah, babe, I swear I won't make those same mistakes. Rolling down this highway, I can see right there go flyover state. Just gotta get this motor started so I can hear you call me darling again. Just gotta get me some of that gasoline, 'cause I got them highway blues again. One more time, just gotta get me some of that gasoline, 'cause I got them highway blues again.
Well, thank you. I love that song.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, as you were saying before, Gasoline, you've done a film clip for. Is there going to be a film clip for Found My Heart?
Yep, there is. You can, it's up on YouTube. You can check it out. It is so much fun. And the video is actually a whole heap of footage that I filmed myself while I was on tour. So it is, it's a whole heap of, shots of where we were staying, what we were doing. And then we filmed some extra footage just here in Sydney in Centennial Park, actually, with a friend's dog called Coco. Because the song sort of talks about, wanting to have a dog and stuff. And I thought, I'm going to need a dog for this video. And this this particular dog, she belongs to a neighbor friend. She is a 9-year-old Bernese Mountain Dog. So she kind of if you don't know what they are, they're similar to like Saint Bernards, like they're huge, right? And she is just the most beautiful dog, and she loves me. So I thought, she has to be the star of the music video.
Yes, absolutely. The animals always are definitely the stars. I need to start making music videos. That could be my excuse for building on my animals. I need a dog. I need a horse.
I need a with this one.
Yeah, that's just how I could start a zoo at the same time and be productive in my spare time. So, tell us where people can find you. Socials. What's the best place to keep an eye on what Lucie's up to?
Yes, definitely. Give me a follow on socials. Just, follow me at Lucie Tiger. Look, I got the right side. Lucie Tiger on Instagram and Facebook. And if you want to buy any merch, I've got some pretty cool T-shirts and baseball caps going on my website, which is lucietigermusic.com. And give me a follow, reach out, tell me your stories, tell me about the places that you've been on the road that you love, and we can trade recommendations for catfish restaurants.
Absolutely, that sounds so much fun. So, where can they get your music? Have you got hard copies? Can they get it on Spotify? Apple?
Yeah, they can get my music on Spotify, iTunes, all of the streaming platforms. And you can also buy it direct from me from my website as well, lucietigermusic.com. So, and just reach out, and chat. I'm always up for chat.
Lovely. That is so exciting. Thank you so much. Now, before we go, tell us, who's your biggest influence in music?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I have a couple. I reckon one of the big ones is Duane Allman from the Allman Brothers. His slide guitar playing was next level because, deep down underneath it all, I am just a blues guitar lover. So my favorite style of country is that, bluesy country. And you'll hear that in my songs. You'll hear that in, Found My Home. It's got, some slide in there, and, that blues edge is a real favorite of mine. So I love Duane Allman and the Allman Brothers. But then, how can you go past a voice and a songwriter like Dolly Parton?
Oh,
she's just next level. She is such a big influence. I love everything about her. Her attitude as well is just is just next level. Oh, you say I can't do it? Watch me do it.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? She's amazing, really. And she's still, she's been going for so long, and she has stayed up there for the entire time. We can all learn from her because she's very good to watch, and still as good as she was when she started. So absolutely wonderful. Well, I know that we've got to get going tonight. Thank you so much for your time. We'd love to have you back and hear for your next single, and can't wait to see you on the road.
Definitely. I can't wait to come on down to Tassie and meet you in person and play through. I would love to. And thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun.
Thank you. Anytime. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us again. We'll see you back here tomorrow night, 7:00 my time. So check the page and work out the time differences. Make sure that you've got that. But if you press the get reminder, it will remind you 20 minutes before the show. So that will help you. All right. Thank you so much, Lucie.
Thank you so much, Danny.